Have you ever felt like you're stuck in life's waiting room? You've prayed, you've worked hard, you've done everything you're supposed to do, but the breakthrough you're hoping for just isn't coming. Maybe you're staring at your screen late at night, scrolling through job postings after another rejection, wondering when your career will finally take off. Or perhaps you're sitting alone, feeling the ache of a relationship that's drifted apart or hasn't even begun, asking God, when is it my turn for happiness? Maybe it's a doctor's report that left you reeling, and now every day is a battle of hope against fear. If that's you, I want you to know you're not alone. This feeling of being in a holding pattern is a deeply human experience, and it's also a deeply biblical one. Think about some of the greatest heroes of our faith. They were professional waiters. Take Abraham. God promised him he would be the father of many nations. But he and Sarah waited until they were nearly 100 years old to hold their promised son, Isaac. Can you imagine the decades of doubt, the whispers from neighbors, the moments of wanting to give up? Yet, the Bible tells us in Hebrews 11:1 that faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Abraham's waiting wasn't passive. It was an active, daily choice to trust God's promise over his circumstances. Then there's Joseph. He had dreams of greatness, but his reality became a pit, slavery, and a prison cell. For 13 years, his life looked like the exact opposite of God's promise. He was forgotten, betrayed, and unjustly accused. He had every reason to become bitter and lose faith. But Joseph held on. He didn't understand the why behind his suffering, but he trusted the who behind the promise. His season of waiting was actually a season of preparation. God was shaping his character, teaching him administration in Potiphar's house and leadership even in prison, getting him ready to save a nation. And what about King David? He was anointed as king when he was just a teenager, but he spent years on the run, hiding in caves, and fighting for his life against a jealous King Saul. His waiting period was filled with danger and uncertainty. Yet, it was in those dark caves that he wrote some of the most beautiful psalms, crying out to God and strengthening his reliance on him. The waiting forged him from a shepherd boy into a king worthy of the throne. You see, for Abraham, Joseph, and David, the waiting period was never wasted time. It was God's development time. And it's the same for you, that career struggle. It might be teaching you resilience and skills you'll need for a bigger role. That relationship heartache, it could be deepening your capacity to love and your dependence on God as your ultimate source of fulfillment. That health battle, it might be building in you an unshakable faith and a new perspective on what truly matters. We see the delay, the detour, the dead end. God sees the development, the divine setup, the perfect timing. We see a mess, but as Romans 8:28 promises, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Even Jesus waited. He waited 30 years before beginning his public ministry. 30 years of quiet, ordinary life before he stepped into his ultimate purpose of changing the world forever. If the Son of God embraced a season of waiting, we can trust that there is profound purpose in ours. So, if you're in that waiting room today, don't lose heart. Don't mistake God's silence for his absence. He is with you in the waiting. He is working in the waiting. Your story isn't over. It's still being written. Keep trusting, keep praying, and keep believing that the God who was faithful to Abraham, Joseph, and David will be faithful to you too. Your breakthrough is coming, and you'll be stronger, wiser, and more ready for it because of the wait. Thanks for watching. If this message encouraged you, please like and subscribe for more.